fuel pump, the lift pump is what you call this. Pull the lift pump off the backhoe. It was working fine, but I noticed my oil level started going up, and it wasn't water. So my next thought was it's probably diesel, and I noticed there was a little bit of diesel. Looked like it'd been leaking just a little bit around here, but what I cannot figure out is how it would let all the diesel go into the crankcase. It's supposed to come out the weep holes, unless I think the weep holes are full of junk. So what that does is it builds up this one. This one is really full of dirt here. So I think what's happening, had a hole in the diaphragm. It was still pumping, but I suspect that's where the diesel's coming from. I hope that's where it's coming from. I just changed the oil on it about 50 hours ago, and it was over full. So like I say, I got a new pump, and I'm hoping, I guess I need to see if I can figure out a way to test it to make for sure, but I don't really have time to mess with that this evening. I got to go back to work tomorrow, so I guess the real test will be if the oil level stays the same or goes up on the dipstick. So that's more fun. Curiosity got the best of me, so I saw the band that holds these things together. I might have to set this camera somewhere. Maybe you can watch this spring. Hope it don't kill me. Curiosity got the best of me, like I say. This backhoe's got 8,600 hours on it, and I'm gonna say it's probably due for a fuel pump. It's really hard to tell, but yeah, I'd say that'd be my problem. I don't know, can you see that? That's my problem right there. Diaphragm's bad. That's kind of helping me feel a little better about this deal, because the other pump would be the injector pump, and I'm sure that one's probably somewhere north of $1,200, $1,500 to get rebuilt. So this is a $80 pump. But you know, if you figure that thing runs, let's say it averages 1,200 RPM, that would be 1,200 times, well, no, take it back, it'd be 600, because it runs half the speed of the crank. So it'd be 600 RPMs, or yeah, 600 times 60 in an hour, that'd be 3,600 strokes per hour. And 3,600 times 8,600, I'm not sure what that is, but that's a big number. It's probably done its duty. Anyway, cool. Always kind of wondered what was in there. That's your check valves. You got an inlet and an outlet. And what's odd, I don't know how it was even working, because this one came off. The thing might run better tomorrow. Anyhow, the shop's a total mess out here. I've been piling up parts. I got some pins and bushings for the backhoe I'm gonna be working on someday. I had a request. I've already taken this apart, but from Frank wanting me to show him the crack that was in this. This is the main pump off the backhoe, and I was telling everybody that it had a crack in it. And I couldn't I couldn't figure it out because it had these 2 O-rings in there, and I kept thinking, well, it's probably just, you know, blowing O-rings out. But I'd change them and they'd run maybe 3 days and they'd blow out again, or they wouldn't really just blow out, they'd just leak. It wasn't like a pressure leak where you'd have a hydraulic spray. It was just dripping. And I should have cleaned this up, but it's an old pump, so it's probably not going to see any more duty unless it's on I don't know, make one heck of a log splitter. But anyway, I was going to try to show you the crack, and just it's an odd crack, and I can't figure out why it cracked where it did. I can't figure out. I'm probably fixing to drop that. So, oh, or I'm gonna drop my phone. Didn't bring my camera out here this evening. I should have. Okay, this is the end plate. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this piece. I still see machine lines in it. Everything looks normal. This little stuff here is called, if you can see that, there's a little rough spot there. It's called flange sealer, and I actually tried that after I figured out it was cracked. I put flange sealer on it, and it held for a couple months. And what happened is it squeezed, the flange sealer squeezed up into the crack. But the actual crack, I didn't find this crack until I took a diamond home and I kind of just surfaced this whole end, and I'm hoping if I can get a good picture of the difference in the surface. And this is the flange sealer, but right in this area you can see that when I surfaced it, it didn't touch this area. And there's also an area here. And that's when I realized something's going on here. And that's when I realized there's a crack right at the end of my fingernail. If this camera can focus that close or not. Might work better if I call it names, I don't know. But it may even have a crack over here. And if it does, that's a new one. I don't remember seeing that one, but anyhow, this is what had me worried. There's a crack, and it goes all the way through the O-ring groove, and it goes up inside of this hole. This whole end piece here has got a crack in it. It doesn't go out to the edge. It just is in this center part right here. So I wanted to show Frank that. Anyhow, he's got backhoe projects all the time, and he's works on his own stuff too. So I thought I'll get that on YouTube so he can take a look at it. But anyway, the old pump still works great. It wasn't slipping. I couldn't hardly see any wear on the gears. I'm a firm believer in using good filters. On the hydraulic stuff, I don't always change the oil, but I do change filters. Keep clean oil in your stuff, and you know. Now my camera is really out of focus. What the world is going on? But anyway, that's my hydraulic pump problem.